we've been together for probably, as a writing collective, probably about 8 or 9 years. I actually grew up with Aaron. Our parents, funny enough, started dating when we were 14. My dad and Aaron's mom. So we were both musicians when we were kids and had been writing music together the whole time. I mean, we got our driver's licenses together. We went to college together. We dropped out of college together. We've been together a very long time. And my dad used to play us a lot of Hank Williams, Buck Owens, Marty Robbins, that kind of stuff. So I think we grew up loving the storytellers and the sort of the gunslinger songs. And then David Roberts has been a friend of ours for years and years, and we started writing music together with him. And it just kind of, what started out as wanting to play maybe 40s and 50s trucker tunes turned into three guys who were writing a ton of music together, and it kind of took off from there. The other three guys are newer to the band and have joined in the last couple of years. Our drummer, bass player, and new guitar player Jimmy Baldwin. So it's been a wild ride.
Your instrument of choice is the banjo. When did you get that love for the instrument?
You know what? When we started the band, Aaron literally said, Chris, we got too many guitar players. You play guitar, I play guitar, David plays guitar. You got to learn to play banjo. So I rented you one, and here's a kid's book. Go learn it and come back. And that's literally why I started playing banjo.
Again, we're talking with Chris from the group known as Washboard Union. Chris, a couple of weeks ago, we streamed your brand new album, In My Bones, which, by the way, is an awesome album. Let's go behind the scenes. Tell us about the journey of making that album.
Yeah, this was a really cool record for us to make. We've been spending a lot of time down in Nashville and in Franklin, Tennessee in the course of the past year. We went down quite a while ago and we're writing with Trey Bruce, who actually ended up producing the album. And the reason he ended up producing it was we wrote Someday, the first single from the album, together with Trey. And we came back to Canada, and he called the label right away and said, look, I loved writing with these guys. I want to produce the record. And we jumped at the opportunity. I mean, Trey has worked with some huge country artists in the past and some really great artists, Diamond Rio, Faith Hill, Luke Bryan, and so many others that it was a great opportunity for us to work with him. When we actually went down to record the album, we were fortunate enough to be the first band to record in RCA Studio A after that studio was saved. I don't know if you know the story, but that studio, built in '54 for Chet Atkins and Elvis's band, was nearly lost to the world by a developer that wanted to turn it into condos. And some really dedicated Nashvillians, including our producer Trey, managed to save that building. And so for us to record there was nothing less than incredible. I mean, that's the exact same studios that Dolly Parton's Jolene was recorded in, and Coat of Many Colors, wow, and so many other artists have recorded there. Those ghosts just seem to haunt those walls, and they can't help but find their way into your music. So without even thinking about it, In My Bones, the title of the record, probably, plays back to that you could really feel that presence. So it was an incredible record for us to record.
You're a fellow radio guy in BC. What's your take on Canadian country music right now? In the past 2 years, it seemed like Canadian music has exploded.
Yeah, you know what? I think it's just an honor for us to be part of the Canadian country music scene. So many great artists in Canada that we've now had the fortune of playing on the road with and have been exposed to. I think it's always been healthy. I love the fact that so many fans of country music, or maybe there's new fans of country music from other genres that have just discovered it. And I think that it's varied and it's healthy, and that's great. There's room for everybody. So I'm thrilled. Especially I'm thrilled for the concert promoters and agents and managers out there who put their business lives on the line to allow young artists to be able to get out there and play. And I'm glad to see that it's paying off for concert promoters and other people, because so many country fans are going to these festivals. It's just fantastic. And they do such a great job of making it a place that artists want to play. So,
Chris, let's talk about the next couple shows you got going on. Of course, you're going to be in Edmonton at the end of the month, taking part in Big Valley Jamboree. You stoked for that?
We're absolutely thrilled, man. We leave next Wednesday, and we couldn't be more excited. We've been fortunate enough in the past year to play some incredible shows. We got to share the stage with Zach Brown Band. We played our first Calgary Stampede here in the last month, and playing Big Valley Jamboree with Reba and the band Perry and all the great bands that are going to be there. I mean, we're absolutely thrilled. We leave Big Valley Jamboree. We wish we could stay all weekend, but we actually leave the same day we play and we'll be opening for Keith Urban at Sunfest in the Cowichan Valley in BC, and then the next day we're opening for Big and Rich at Riverfest as well. So it's a busy weekend for us.
Chris, what has the last 2 years been like for the Washboard Union?
It's been incredible. You know, you go through these phases as a band, and anyone who's in a band will know this, but you go from these cycles of writing like crazy to being in recording mode, and that's a different headspace. And then you get to in the live mode, which is the part I really love and why I wanted to be a musician in the first place. It's just been such a wild ride for us, and getting to work with the folks at Warner Records in Canada now, and now working with Slate Music and Ron Sakamoto and Sean Sakamoto, who've been so good in getting us out on the road. It's just really, it's been a wild ride, and it feels like we're just getting started.
Your brand new single that we're playing now at CFWE is called Someday. Tell us about that song.
Someday is one of those songs about, you know, best laid plans. We've all got these plans of who we would be when we grew up. And then you throw girls into the picture, and everything seems to change, and for the better. Some of those best moments you expected in life were the ones that just sort of blindsided you and changed everything. And I think Someday comes out of that, and it was a really fun video to make. We made it on a farm in Langley, and it's just about sort of, you know, everything you've laid out as your plans. You know, you don't see some of the best things coming, and that's what the song really plays to.
Chris Dunner from the group known as Washboard Union. Thanks so much for doing this, Chris, and enjoy the end of the month, Big Valley, and as well opening up for Keith Urban.
Jeremy, it was a pleasure, man. Take care and have a great summer. I hope to see you soon.